Hi, I'm Karen Cross. I'm with Danville Parks Recreation and Tourism, and I'm here to tell you about Danvilles Riverwalk Trail. People often tell us this is the greatest thing ever to happen in Danville. The trail is 7.5 miles long and it's perfectly suited for walkers, people with strollers, folks that are riding bicycles. You'll see all of those people on the trail. You can access it either from the crossing at the Dan, from Dan Daniel Memorial Park, or from Anglers Park. The Riverwalk Trail is part of the Virginia Birding and Wildlife Trail, and that's because there's so many things to see down here. Basking turtles, sometimes great blue heron, lots and lots of ducks and geese. You'll even see a total of 65 bluebird boxes on the Riverwalk Trail. The whole section of the Riverwalk Trail is wonderful for fishing. You can fish from the bank for bass and brim and catfish. We have seen huge fish on the river, and there's even a striped bass fishing tournament the last weekend in April. The trail provides access to a lot of interesting areas. For instance, not so long ago, someone was walking along Fall Creek and they found a sword that was buried up to its hilt, pulled it out of the mud, and took it to some local historians who identified it as a Civil War sword that was very well preserved because it had been buried in the silt along the riverside. The trail also goes by the side of the wreck of the old 97. You can see the old railroad bed where the train called the old 97 actually came off the tracks there. One of the nicest things about the Riverwalk is that it connects a lot of different parks. We go from Camilla Williams Park to Dan Daniel Park to Anglers Park, and then we connect onto the mountain bike trail system, which goes on and on forever through beautiful wooded areas and along bubbling brooks. If the 7.5 miles of the Riverwalk's not enough for someone, then you can explore either on foot or on bicycle the 17 miles of wooded mountain bike trails. On the bottomlands of the Riverwalk, we see all sorts of lowland trees such as the sycamore, the river birch, black willow. Also in those areas, that's where you're most likely to hear the wetland sounds such as the spring peepers and all sorts of frogs. And then nature is in patterns, so as you start climbing to the upper portions of the trail, we'll see the trees and the vegetation change as well. You'll be more likely to see maple, some of the hickory forest hardwoods, and the upland trees, and it's really beautiful in the fall. The Riverwalk Trail is open every day from dawn until dusk, so come on out for a visit.